function. And we have to make all the analysis, multiplicities, and graph, a table, and behavior, the whole spiel. One thing I want to add, which I did not add before, is something that we already know, symmetry. This function that crosses at -2, -1, and 1 cannot be symmetric. So here, none. No symmetry. It's not symmetric with respect to the y-axis. It's not symmetric with respect to the origin. So the function is not symmetric. And I forgot to mention, this has to be written on the graph somewhere. This is x cubed plus 2x squared minus x minus 2, always so we know what we graphed, like before with the quadratic and with everything else. Okay, now we start with the domain, of course. Can anyone give us the domain of this function? It's a polynomial. So the domain, -infinity to infinity. Okay, number 1, degree. Can anyone give us the degree of this polynomial?
4.
4, very good. Max possible number of terms, or in other words, max min. It cannot exceed. It doesn't have to have all of them, but it cannot exceed how many?
3.
Excellent. Good. Number 2. X-intercepts. We set y equal to 0. -2 x to the 4th plus 4 x cubed equals 0. I refuse to solve any equation with a polynomial equation with a negative leading coefficient. And in this case, I'm going to divide both sides by -2. When I solve the equation, dividing both sides by -2 will not change the solutions. So I have x to the 4th minus 2x cubed. Good. So 4 solutions. That doesn't mean 4 terms. It's a different story. 4 solutions. How do I proceed to find those 4 solutions? What will you do in this case? First step, you will factor out what? The greatest common factor, which is
X cubed.
indeed what is left in parentheses.
X and -2.
Indeed.
X minus 2.
Indeed. So now we have 4 solutions. Can anyone give us the first 3? All 3 are the same. From here, x equals
2.
And from here, there are no 3 solutions, x equals 2. 3 solutions, x equals 0. And from here, x equals x equals
2.
Indeed. What is the multiplicity for 0?
1, 3.
Indeed. which means a flat cross. And what is the multiplicity for 2?
1.
Which means just a regular cross. I put them in the table now. 0, 0, and 2, 0. Flat cross. Simple cross. Good. The leading coefficient is -2. The degree is 4, which means the function looks either like this or like this. Whatever number of turns, it doesn't matter. But the leading coefficient is negative. Is it this or is it this? Is it this or this? Remember, it's the same thing with the quadratic function.
It's the first one.
The first one, which means negative infinity, done. Okay, so one more, number 4, symmetry. F of -x. This doesn't change, but this does. Right? So it does not equal negative f of x, and it does not equal f of x. None. Because one is degree 4, the other one is degree 3. So this will not change, but this will. So not symmetric. Let's see what we come up with from what we have. And then we'll discuss it. So zero, 0, and 2, 0. Maximum 3 turns. It's coming from -infinity. Let me use a different color here. It's coming from -infinity to a flat cross. Not like this. Slow cross. Crosses. It has to come to a turn. There's no way it comes back to cross again. So it comes to a turn, and now this is a regular cross, straight, not slow, like here, but straight, and it goes to -infinity. So we were expecting maximum number of turns, but it doesn't have to have 3. It cannot have more than 3. According to what I have here, based on the table, this is pretty much it. Now we're going to verify now, because I have to determine the maximum. So with the graphing calculator, we put it in y equals, we clear, and the function was -2 x to the 4th, and then plus 4x cubed. The viewing window is still okay for -10, 10, so I'm going to hit graph. It's coming from -infinity. Let me zoom in. I just want to change it a little bit so we can take a look at it better. So -2 to 4 will be enough, and -2 to 6 will be enough. Much better. So as you see, this is multiplicity 1, complete straight cross. Here multiplicity 3, because we have 3 solutions that are x equals 0. Slow, slow, slow. Finally crosses, slowly moving away from the x-axis. So there is a maximum somewhere between 0 and 2. I will find it now with second and calc. And it's a maximum number 4. The calculator needs help. I'm going to give it help from 0 to 2. Give me the maximum, please. And it's giving us the maximum at 1.5. 1.5, 3.375. So we found the maximum at 1.5, comma 3.375. What function is this? So this is f of x equals negative 2x to the fourth plus 4x cubed. Yes, if you want, you can determine millions of points left and right for -2, for -1, for 4 and 5. No, I don't want you to work too hard. There is no need. You find the main points, you come up with a graph, you understand what the multiplicities mean. That's good enough for me. Come up with an attempt and then check with the calculator. I'm more than happy with that. There is no need for us to determine -4, -3, -2, and 7 and 9 and no. I don't want you to work too hard. Just determine the x and y intercepts. I didn't say anything about the x-intercept because it's the same thing. So find the x and y intercepts, find the multiplicities, attempt the graph, and check with the calculator and determine the max min, which in this class we can only determine with a calculator. Okay? This is good enough. If you know the degree, if you know the maximum number, maximum possible number of turns, which means max min, if you find the x and y intercepts correctly, if you identify the end behavior correctly, if you check the symmetry and attempt the graph like we just did, it's good enough for me. There is no need for more work on this. Okay, we have time for one more. This is not complete. This section is not complete. I don't expect you to finish this, but I expect you please start working on these problems because they require work. They require thinking and etc. etc. So this will be finished next time with some, I want to look at some word problems, but I want to graph another function. So let's pick another function, either degree 4 or degree 3. The third one should take less time. What do you think? Any takers? Anyone? No one wants to pick?
Can we do 50?
Perfect. Let's do 50. 50 is f of x, negative 2x to the fourth plus 2x cubed. Perfect. Good. Okay, we start with the table. What is a degree? Degree.
4.
Very good. Maximum turns. 3. Good. X-intercepts. Negative 2x to the fourth plus 2x cubed equals 0. Of course, you know I'm going to divide by negative 2. Do not divide by x, ever. So I have x to the fourth minus x to the third equals 0. I know you're going to tell me to factor out x cubed. And I know you're going to give me 4 solutions. What are those 4 solutions? Can anyone give us those 4 solutions? Anybody, please? Four solutions because the degree is 4. Anyone?
0, 0, 0, and 1.
Indeed. 3 zeros are 0 and x equals 1. Multiplicity 1, multiplicity 3. 0, 1, flat, cross. Cross. Simple cross. And behavior. Since the degree is 4, it looks like the Corati function. Either like this or like this. It's based on the leading coefficient. Is it this or is it this? Number 1 or number 2? Number 1 or number 2?
Number 1.
Yes, of course. So this is, according to this, negative infinity to negative infinity. Done. Not symmetric. Again, the same situation. Not symmetric. Good. Ready to graph it. We come up with something from the table. Good. So the first point is here. The other point is here. That's 0, 0, and 0, and 1, 0. Coming from negative infinity. Flat. Slowly. 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 Has to come to a maximum because he comes back and crosses the x-axis again. Very similar to the previous example. I don't anticipate any surprises. Good. So negative 2x to the 4th plus 2x to the 3rd. Good. Good. So it's coming from negative infinity. It crosses flat at 0, 0. It goes to a maximum. It goes to a maximum, crosses regular cross, straight cross at 1. I need to determine the maximum. I have to help the calculator find it between 0 and 1. So second calc, maximum 4 from 0. Look for it between 0 and 1, please. And I don't want to guess, just give me the maximum. Press enter again. The maximum is at 0.75 and 0.21. The tiny maximum. So here it is. 0.75, comma 0.21. This can only be determined with the graphing calculator in this class. Okay, well, I think we have time for one more. Let me choose one this time. I was looking at actually at 48. So 48. F of x equals x to the 4th minus 6x to the 3rd plus 9x squared. Good. When you review these, please review each and every problem. You will get the answers much faster now after you see so many of them. So again, not symmetric. It will not be symmetric, as you know, because when we change x into negative x, this will not change, but this one will. Not symmetric. Okay, so about the end behavior, this is degree 4. Maximum number of turns 3. 3 max turns. It doesn't have to have, but you cannot have more than 3. So when we find the x-intercepts, so y equals 0, we have x to the fourth minus 6x to the third plus 9x squared equals 0. Of course, we have to factor out x squared. And then we have x squared minus 6x plus 9. And you know that this changes into x minus 3 squared. So now we have x squared, x minus 3 squared equals 0. And we need 4 solutions. Can anyone give us 4 solutions here? Four solutions.
Would it be 0, 0, 3, 3?
Indeed, x equals 0 with multiplicity 2, and x equals 3 with multiplicity 2. Turn, turn. Multiplicity 2, characteristic, 2 turns. Turn, turn. Finally, I need the end behavior. It's degree 4. The leading coefficient is 1. Is it this or is it this? Leading coefficient positive. Number 1 or number 2?
Number 1.
Indeed. So that means infinity, infinity. Done. All done. Now we have to come up with a graph. Zero, zero, 1, 2, 3. We read the table. It's coming from positive infinity and turns. Okay. But it has to come up to something because it comes back down to turn again. This and this are the minimum, the relative minimum, in this case also absolute. But this I don't know. That's it. And again, I forgot to write the function here. Negative 2x to the fourth plus 2x cubed. Okay, that's it. So this is f of x to the fourth minus 6x cubed plus 9x squared. I make it look easy. It's not. I disagree. If somebody says it's completely easy, you have to see it and see it and see it and see it and practice. And then it becomes easy, but not at this point. So x to the fourth, and then minus 6x cubed, and plus 9x squared. So the viewing window should be definitely negative 2 to 4, that's okay, with a scale of 1, and negative 2 to 2, no. I'm going to change this to probably 8, I'm not sure. We'll see. Ah, exactly as we expected. It's coming from positive infinity, it turns at 0. It comes to a maximum, it comes back and turns at 2, I'm sorry, at 3, going up. I only need to determine this. So second and calc, I want the maximum, which is number 4. I will help the calculator between 0 and 3. Yes, look for it. 1.5, 5.1. 1.5, 5.1. 1.5, 5.1 is the relative max. And it turns out that this is degree 4 and indeed has 3 turns. It cannot have more.